Hey everyone, I'm Jess. Welcome to Glue La La. In today's video, I'll be bringing you 3 pieces of Christmas decor that I created. Now, the one piece I was inspired by something I saw on the Kirkland's website, so I'll be sure to put a picture up when I'm doing the video for that. And then the other 2 pieces kind of coordinate with it, and I did these pieces in sort of a neutral style, a little bit on the glam side, a little bit on the farmhouse side, but like always, you can always change the paint color, change the embellishments, and it'll fit whatever style you're going for this year for Christmas. Alright, let's get started. For our first project, this is going to be the Kirklands inspired piece, and you're actually only going to need a few supplies. These giant craft sticks, I got these at Walmart though, not the Dollar Tree, and this is the piece here that you can see that I saw on the Kirklands website. I mentioned this in a video before, but the easiest way for me to cut down craft sticks is to use a paper trimmer like this. I just feel like my edges get a little bit straighter than when I try to use scissors. And the frame I'm using has 3 slots for 4x6 photos in it, but that doesn't matter because I'm actually gluing the sticks right to the glass. And I kind of filmed this out of order. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did cut the sticks down to fit inside the frame. And then I painted the outside of the frame and this peace sign with the color Plaster by Waverly. Once I had all my craft sticks cut down, I actually got lucky because exactly 11 craft sticks fit inside this frame. I didn't have to cut any of them down widthwise. So I just divided them out, and I'm going to paint 4 of them with the elephant color by Waverly, 4 with the mineral color by Waverly, and then 3 of them I'm just going to leave natural. Once all of my craft sticks had dried, I took the same plaster color that we painted the peace sign in the frame with, and I just used a dry brushing technique to dry brush over all 11 of the craft sticks, including the natural color one, just to give it a little bit of a distressed look. Here you can see that I put 2 coats of that plaster color on the frame, and I didn't bother painting the center because we're just going to be gluing the sticks over it anyway. So I started with the elephant color, and I just glued the sticks down going across the frame, and I just went the elephant color, the mineral color, and then the natural, and I went the whole way across the frame with those. Once all your sticks are glued in place, you can just take your peace sign and put a generous amount of hot glue on the back and then glue it to the front of the frame. And that's all there is to this DIY. It's pretty simple, but I think it looks so high-end and I really like it. Now, the reason that I felt confident just using glue sticks on this project is because I use Gorilla Glue sticks, so I feel pretty good about using those even when I'm gluing onto glass. Like, they have a pretty good hold that I think holds up over time. For the next two projects, you're going to need two of these tinsel trees from the Dollar Tree. The tinsel on these is not glued on or sewed on or anything. It's just kind of wrapped around it. So you can just start pulling at it and all the tinsel will come off. And you can see that there's like little nubbies on the outside that everything connects to. So once you get all of the tinsel off the first tree there, I found this scarf yarn at the Dollar Tree, and I've seen it there quite a few times actually, and even pretty recently. But I just unraveled the yarn, and then starting at the top, I glued it on, and then because of those little nubbies, I only had to glue it at the top and the bottom, and I just wound it down until I got to the base. Once you get to the base of the tree, you are going to want to make sure that you glue this yarn the whole way around the base so that it doesn't come unraveled and so that it stays in place. To glam this tree up a little bit more, I'm using some of these glittery branch pieces that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I just picked off some of the loose ones from the two sets that I had. And then what I did was I just would lift a layer of the yarn back a little bit and kind of tuck a branch in it, and then put a little bit of hot glue to keep it in place. And then if the top of the branch was kind of sticking out funny, I would just add a little bit of hot glue at the top just to hold it down. And I did this the whole way up the tree. For the last project, we're going to make another tree to go with the other two pieces that we made. So I took another one of those tree forms that I took all the tinsel off of, and I'm cutting off at the second ring on the tree just because I wanted it to be just a little bit shorter so that it kind of gives it a little bit of a variation in what we're doing. And then I'm taking one of these car wash cloths from the Dollar Tree, And after I get out of the packaging here, I'm going to open it up, and I just kind of laid the tree on the cloth, and I glued the point of the tree onto the cloth, and then I just kind of rolled it over so that I knew how much cloth I needed, and I cut it off and glued it down, and then I cut the excess off the bottom too. After I had the cloth all glued in place, I decided to shove a couple of grocery bags inside of it just to help keep the cloth from collapsing onto the form, so you couldn't really see those ridges of the tree form anymore. And then to hold the grocery bags in place, I just took a scrap piece of poster board and I traced it around the base of the tree, and I cut out a circle, and then I put it on the bottom and added a pretty generous amount of hot glue around the bottom just to keep everything in place. To add a little bit of interest to this tree, I decided to take some jute twine, and I started at the bottom and I spiral wrapped it the whole way up to the top, and then I spiraled it back down to the bottom again so that the spirals kind of crisscrossed each other, and it kind of made it look like a garland. Originally, I thought I was going to stop here with the tree and just leave it simple, but then I saw this pine cone garland off to the side of my craft desk, and I realized that it was about the perfect size to fit around the bottom of this tree. So instead of unraveling it, I just kept it how it came packaged, and I just glued it onto the bottom of the tree. Here's a look at all three of the projects together. I really love how these all coordinate, and they have a little bit of that farmhouse look, a little bit of the glam look. I really like neutral colors at Christmas time. I usually do my tree with a lot of neutrals, but then I like to have some pops of red in it. You'll have to let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. I don't really think I can pick a favorite this week. All right, thanks guys. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.